I told the girl that my prospects were good. She said, baby, it's understood. Working for peanuts is all very fine, but I can show you a better time. Baby, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. Baby, you can drive my car. And baby, I love you. Beep, 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 yeah. Baby, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. Baby, you can drive my car. And baby, I love you. I told the girl I could start right away. She said, listen, babe, I got something to say. I got no car and it's breaking my heart, but I found a driver and that's a start. Baby, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. Baby, you can drive my car. And baby, I love you. Beep, 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 yeah. 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 Hey, hey. How is everybody today? Happy birthday, Maca. What a long career we have to try and get to today. Hope everyone's having a good day. Our friend Moritz in Graz, Austria is already here. Could I please play one of the following? Let me see. Penny Lane, For No One, Martha My Dear, My Love, Band on the Run, Listen to What the Man Said, With a Little Luck. How about we'll do like at least 2 or 3 of those? Maybe even 4. Awesome. Thanks, Moritz. Good to see you. Young Wyatt is here. I saw her standing there. Okay, we'll get to that one for sure. Probably throw that one in a little bit later. We need to pick the pace up. Love that song. And Maxwell's Silver Hammer. I love that song. You're my kind of dude, Wyatt. Don's joining us in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. He says, thanks for leading this celebration, Steve. I'd love to hear Band on the Run if you can squish it in. Love that song. That's a must for today. Long and Winding Road, that's another must for today. Good to see you, Brian. Thank you. Hey, Noah, another one of our young friends joining us. Both Wyatt and Noah are young, talented musicians in their own right. Jakob in Denmark is here. The time is 23:03. Putting in a late night for us. Pulling a late night in Denmark. Thanks for joining us. Dawson Rogers, yet another young, talented musician. What's going on, Steve? Happy birthday to Paul. Okay, Skits is here. He says, can I play Great Balls of Fire? Maybe tomorrow at the regular stream. Today we're just going to do Paul McCartney-oriented stuff. So Paul's Beatles songs and his music from Wings and his solo career. So we're celebrating his 80th birthday. But tomorrow I'll be doing a normal stream, so I'll see if I can get that into the regular Sunday show. Drive My Car, yes. Laurie Roberts is in London at the moment. Been playing at Yamaha stores on piano floor. Nice. Been shitting yourself. First public performance. Sorry you can't join. Love the tribute. Having a beer now. Love to all, Laurie. No problem. You can catch it on the replay, my friend. Gerardo Cruz says, my son likes to watch and hear you, but with that Dodgers cap, he's going to love you more. All right. Well, I'm a fan of the team, but I'm especially a fan of the Dodger Dog hot dogs. Gary Burchett is here. Good evening, Steve from Florida. Hope you're doing well. And happy birthday to Paul McCartney. Thanks for joining us, sir. Ruth Ann Greenberg is in the house. Hello, Sir Paul and Steve fans. Please play My Love. Yes, an absolute must for today. Kurt Gibson wants to know, do I know For No One? Yes, we'll do that one. Maybe we'll just do that one first because that's the second time I've seen it written down. Just getting a feel for what you guys want to hear. Luckily, we all have similar taste. Yes, 2 special birthday bashes in 1 week. It's been a busy week. Hey, Maddie, and thank you, by the way, Unicorn Girl. Good to see you, as always. Ruth Hooker, one of our regulars. Maddie is here, Rocky Raccoon. You know, I don't know that one, and I feel bad for having to let you down. Like, I haven't listened to it enough times. I've certainly heard it, but I haven't heard it enough times to be able to even fake my way through it. So I'm going to probably let you down on that one. Christian Colazzo, another one of my young, talented friends. Just got to see Paul for the 3rd time the other night in New Jersey. Would love to hear any solo deep cut of my choosing. I have one in mind. I don't know if I'll do a very good job with it, but I might give it a try all the same. Thanks, Christian. Good to see you. And Paul Jackson's here from Scotland. Day in the life, please. Ooh, that's a challenging one. See what we can do with that. And it looks like our friend Brian Sharbowitz is here. Hey, how you doing, bud? And a happy Saturday to you as well. Okay, well, first and foremost, let's pull this sucker up. I've only ever tried this song once, and then I never practiced it again after that. So if I screw this up a little bit, please cut a guy some slack. But it's a cool song. I've heard it a lot of times. It's on the Beatles' Revolver album. Let me see. Just looking for a key here. Well, let's give this a try. I like this song. It's called For No One. Your day breaks, your mind aches. You find that all the words of kindness linger on when she no longer needs you. She wakes up, she makes up, she takes her time and doesn't file. She has to hurry, she no longer needs you. And in her eyes you see nothing, no sign of love behind the tears cried for no one. A love that should have lasted years. You want her, you need her, and yet you don't believe her when she says her love is dead. You think she needs you. In her eyes you see nothing, no sign of love behind the tears cried for no one. A love that should have lasted years. You want her, you need her, and yet you don't believe her when she says her love is dead. You think she needs you. You stay home, she goes out. She says that long ago she knew someone, but now he's gone, she doesn't need him. And in her eyes you see nothing, no sign of love behind the tears cried for no one. a love that should have lasted years. Technically the song is over, but I skipped a verse because I'm an idiot. So I'm going to say it one more time. Your day breaks, your mind aches. There will be times when all the things she said will fill your head. You won't forget her, and in her eyes you see nothing. No sign of love behind the tears cried for no one. A love that should have lasted years. Hopefully that was acceptable. I really should have that one in the tank as a real song, I know. Good stuff. So we have a lot of material from a lot of different eras to catch today. I'm going to try one more kind of off the beaten path one, just so that I don't forget to do it later. Because once we get rolling on some of the more famous stuff, it's there's so much of it that I might forget to do this. So this was the title cut to an album that came out that I remember fondly as a child. Paul, he left Wings, or he broke Wings up, disbanded it. But ever the musical icon, ever the relevant force in the music industry, he, of course, then started making successful albums on his own. And then he did a couple of duets with someone who was doing modestly well in the early 80s. I don't know if you've ever heard of him. He's kind of fizzled a little bit in the cultural icon thing, I guess. But his name was Michael Jackson. He hasn't fizzled at all. Anyway, so Paul, of course, being a legend in his own right, decides he's going to do some work with Michael Jackson. And they do one song that's let me see here. The girl is mine. Oh, the doggone girl is mine. Don't waste your time. Oh, the doggone girl is mine. And I loved that song, and that was on Michael Jackson's blockbuster, greatest selling album of all time, Thriller. And I love that song. And then they had another duet that was on an album that Paul put out, and I'll tell you that title in a second. But that song was my favorite duet of the two that they did, and that was called Say, Say, Say. And that one was more like... Let me see. Say, say. I got to find the right key. Say, say, say. Don't take. So that one was like boom. I don't know how it goes, but it's like say, say, say what you want and don't bring me from my affection. Take, take, take. Take, take, take what you need. Do, do. Do, 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 do. And then Michael Jackson would come in and go, all alone, sitting by the phone, waiting for you, baby. And I loved that song. And so I bought the album. It was one of the first albums I ever bought with my own allowance money. And the album was called Pipes of Peace. So for my friend Christian Colazzo, he said, you play a deep cut from Paul's solo career of my choice. And they did make a music video for this, but it was never a hit. So I'm going to call it a deep cut. because this is one of my favorites. And the reason I'm playing this one for you, Padawan, that's what I call Christians, Padawan. He calls me Jedi Master, although I'm telling you folks, this kid has already pretty much surpassed me. As long as he stays on the light side of the Force, really, he's the master. But I'll never call him master. I'll always call him Padawan. Anyway, he put a version out that was on YouTube that I thought he did a magnificent job singing this song. And so I'm putting this one out there for you, my friend. Let me see here. I light the candle to... I'm not sure if I'm in the right key for my voice yet, so we'll find out as we go, because I'm making this up as I go along. But I love this song. It goes, I light a candle to our love. In love our problems disappear. But all in all we soon discover that one and one is all we long to hear. All around the world, little children being born to the world. Got to give them all we can till the war is won. Then will the work be done? Help them to learn songs of joy instead of burn, baby, burn. Let us show them how to play the pipes of peace. Play the pipes of peace. Now we're going to do an unscheduled key change now that I have some idea of where I'm at. Help me to learn songs of joy instead of... Wait. Help me... excuse me. Let me see. Help me to learn songs of joy and love and burn, baby, burn. Won't you show me how to play the pipes of peace? Play the pipes of peace. What do you say? Will the human race be run in a day? Or will someone save this planet we're playing on? Is it the only one? Help them to see that the people here are like you and me. Let us show them how to play the pipes of peace. Play the pipes of peace. I light it. I don't know why I decided to try that one. I don't even know it. But Christian, I love your version of it. Okay, now I'm going to do one I know. That was a little embarrassing, but not too bad. You guys have seen me do worse things. And I don't know if that should give me comfort or not, to be honest with you. This one actually is kind of my favorite deep cut that I was going to play today. Should have just done this one anyway, but you'll know this one too, Padawan. This is from the Flaming Pie album in 1997. Then we're going to get to all your requests because you've had some magnificent ones going back to the Beatles and all the way through the career. But this is a special one because it's one of the very last times that he was able to have his lovely soulmate wife, Linda, sing with him on the track. And They made a beautiful video for it. It wasn't really a hit, but it should have been. I think this is one of the best songs from Paul's entire career. Someone's gone out fishing, someone's high and dry, someone's on a mission to the lonely Lorelei. Some folks got a vision of a castle in the sky. I'm left stranded, wondering why. You and me together, nothing feels so good. Even if I get a medal from my local neighborhood, I won't need a castle. They've got castles in Versailles. And I'm still stranded, wondering why. Make it a beautiful night for me. It's a beautiful night for love. A wonderful sight for lovers of love to behold. It's a beautiful night for love, a wonderful sight for lovers of love to behold. Some boats on the ocean, and we're here in this room. Seems to me the perfect way to spend an afternoon. Look for castles, pretty castles in the sky. Well, no more wondering why. 'Cause things can go wrong, or things can go right. Things can go bump in the dead of the night. So let me be there, let me be there. Let me be there with you in the dead of the night. Make it a beautiful night for me. It's a beautiful night for love. It's a wonderful sight for lovers of love to behold. Sight for lovers of love to behold. It's a beautiful night. Ooh, it's a beautiful night. It's a beautiful night. Beautiful, beautiful nights. Beautiful night, beautiful, beautiful night. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful nights. It's a beautiful night, beautiful, beautiful nights. Beautiful night. Beautiful, beautiful night. Beautiful night. Beautiful, beautiful night. That one also featured Ringo Starr. Okay, let's get into the requests, like hardcore. Well, let's start in the beginning here, shall we? We'll go all the way back to the early days of the Beatles. This is one of the ones they played on the Ed Sullivan Show when they first showed up. 1, 2, 1. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. And I'll pretend that I'm kissing the lips I am missing, and hope that my dreams will come true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. Close your eyes and I'll kiss you. Tomorrow I'll miss you. Remember, I'll always be true. And then while I'm away, I'll ride home every day, and I'll send all my loving to you. All my loving I will send to you. All my loving, darling, I'll be true. All my loving, all my loving, ooh, all my loving, I will send to you. Okay. Oh, thanks. A for effort. Now, well, you should always give yourself an A for effort. Remember, being a professional musician is mostly about you have a greater willingness to be embarrassed in public than other people. I mean, that really is the foundational skill for being a professional entertainer. Because it will happen at some point. Okay. So y'all know more about things in Europe than I do. So apparently Pipes of Peace was a big hit in the UK. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of stuff now. I've just got to decide what we should do next. Why don't we sort of get into a little bit of a rhythm here where I'll do a Beatles song and then I'll do a Wings or a solo song and then a Beatles song and then a Wings or a solo song, because we got so many to cover. So let me do this one before I don't have the voice to do it. So this one's kind of fun. Paul had created this band called Wings, which, as John Lennon rightfully pointed out, was, I don't know, I called it a band. It's just Paul with some people behind him. It didn't matter who showed up with him. It was just Paul and his wife and some people. They should have just called it Paul and some people, but they decided to call it Wings, but it didn't matter who was there. So he's not wrong about that. So half the band basically quit before they went and did this. And Paul had been looking at, like myself, he's always looking for a fun way to go do some work. And he thought it would be kind of cool to just get a list of where EMI had studios in the world and then pick a location he'd never been before. And this one was in I can't remember which African country. It was like Nigeria or something like that. And he thought it would be a fun, exotic place to go. And so he booked the studio down there, and they were like, oh, crap, we really don't have much in the way of, we're going to need a bunch of equipment to accommodate you because that studio is not in great shape, all kinds of things like that. But he goes down there, and then he had all of his demo tapes on him, and he and Linda are, walking around like hippies in the middle of the night in the biggest city, and they got mugged, and they stole all the demo tapes. And he's down there, and the drummer didn't come, the bass, or another one of the guitar players didn't come. I mean, it was him and Denny Lane and Linda. And so Paul had to play almost every instrument on everything on this album, and one of the songs off of it was this one, and it ended up being sort of the biggest post-Beatles album that he ever put out. And it's called Band on the Run. Stuck inside these four walls, sent inside forever, never seeing no one nice again. Ever get out of here? Thought of giving the doll away to a registered charity. All I need is a pint a day. Ever get out of here? If we ever get out of here. Sun, and the first one said to the second one, now I hope you're having fun. Band on the run, band on the run. The jam, the man, the same, the Sam, we're searching everyone for the band on the run, 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 band on the road, for the band on the run, for the band on the run. Well, the night was falling as the desert world began to settle down. The down was searching for us everywhere, but we're never gonna be found. No, no, band on the run, band on the run. The county judge who held a grudge will search forevermore for the band on the road, for the band on the run, for the band on the run, for the band on the run. Righto. So, for the kids that weren't old enough to remember such things, back in the old days, there were these things called records. They were made out of vinyl. And they had different sizes. The most common two things were called a single, or a 45, or about that big, designed to be played at 45 RPM. And then there were the LPs, which were the bigger ones. Those could hold a certain amount, and they were called LPs because it stood for long play. A single could hold one song on each side. Sometimes they put the same song on both sides. They called that a double A side. Or sometimes they put two songs, and one was the big single and the other one was called a B-side single. Sometimes they put two songs out and they were both so good that they called it a double A, even though there were two songs. Singles get released to the radio, and the radio plays those tracks at varying degrees. And as it gets radio airplay, the single sells, and if the single sells a lot, then it works its way up the charts, and it's known as a hit. And a hit single is a really good way to then sell the album that it came from, which is known as the long play. The Beatles, on the other hand, mostly until later in their career, liked to put singles out in between albums. So in the first about 4, 5, 6 albums, most of the singles, most of the hit singles that they put out were put out separate from albums, and the albums did not contain them. So a practice they continued for a while, and was sort of avant-garde at the time. They put out a lot of different material. Now most people release singles from their LP. And it's all done on streaming now, so it doesn't really have the same impact that it once did. But anyway, I tell you all of this because, in my view, the greatest single that's ever been released in the history of mankind was one that featured two songs by the Beatles. One was called Strawberry Fields by John Lennon. And on the other side of that was the even larger hit at the time, and it was by Paul, and it was called At Penny Lane. There is a barber showing photographs of every head he's had the pleasure to know, and all the people that come and go stop and say hello. On the corner is a banker with a motor car. Little children laugh at him behind his back. And the banker never wears a Mac in the pouring rain. Very very strange. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. And there beneath the blue suburban skies I sit, and meanwhile back Penny Lane there is a fireman with an hourglass, and in his pocket is the portrait of the Queen. Likes to keep his fire engine clean. It's a clean machine. Woo. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. For a fish and finger pies in summer. Meanwhile back behind the shelter in the middle of a roundabout, a pretty nurse is selling poppies from a tree. Though she feels as if she's in a play, she is anyway. At Penny Lane the barber shaves another customer. We see the banker sitting waiting for a trim, and then the fireman rushes in from the pouring rain. Very strange. Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. There beneath the blue suburban skies I sit, and meanwhile back Penny Lane is in my ears and in my eyes. There beneath the blue suburban skies, oh Penny Lane. Which record was it that you played in reverse supposedly said Paul is dead? I think they made that one up about the White Album, which is weird because they started like retconning all kinds of crap after the fact, because the Paul is dead rumor actually started with the cover, I think, of Abbey Road, and then they started trying to like find signs that he was dead on other album covers and other songs and other stuff like that, going all the way back to Sgt. Pepper. Apparently it happened about the same time as when Brian Epstein died. But that's a big rabbit hole, that conspiracy theory. That's like getting into the JFK assassination. Okay, carrying on now. So, as many know, Paul had a beautiful wife. Who had one child from a previous marriage that Paul adopted and cared for her as if she was his own biological, and then had 4 more children with her, and her name was Linda Eastman. And then eventually Linda McCartney, and they were married for nearly 30 years before her very short, untimely death from breast cancer in the late 90s, I think 1998. Otherwise, I suspect they'd still be together. She'd probably still be in the band. Anyway, he wrote this lovely piece for her and had a #1 hit with it back in the Wings days. And it goes like this. When I go away, I know my heart can stay with my love. It's understood. It's in the hands of my love. And my love does it good. Whoa. Whoa, my love does it good. And when the cupboard's bare, I'll still find something there with my love. It's understood. It's everywhere with my love. And my love does it good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My love does it good. Oh, I love, oh, my love, only my love holds the other key to me. Oh, I love, oh, my love, only my love does it good to me. Whoa, 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 whoa. My love does it good. Don't ever ask me why. I'll never say goodbye to my love. It's understood. It's everywhere with my love. And my love does it good. Woo. Whoa, whoa, whoa. My love does it good. Oh, I love, oh, my love, only my love does it good to me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, back to the Beatles. So, I had just explained the difference between LPs and singles, which I imagine a lot of people in the crowd already knew what that was. But, you know, I feel like it's my job to dispense information. So anyway, my favorite LP from the Beatles, even though I am in total agreement that the most important LP they ever released was Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I mean, there's just that album changed so many things in the music industry, the way people wrote songs, the way people recorded songs, the way people thought of albums. You know, I mean, that was a sort of a milestone that is not to be lightly, brushed over. But for me, the one that's the most fun to listen to and that I think has the most great songs and is my go-to Beatles record to just sit down and listen from back to front, is Abbey Road, which is the last one they recorded, but the second to last one they released. And one of the songs off of that was Paul's. The rest of the band didn't particularly like, and I don't know why. I think it's really a fun little song, and I love it. And our young friend Wyatt asked for it, so we're going to do it now. I'm going to do my best with it. Haven't played it in a long time, but it goes like this. It's called Maxwell's Silver Hammer. Joan was a quizzical, studied metaphysical science in the home. Late nights all alone with a test tube. Maxwell Edison, majoring in medicine, calls her on the phone. Can I take you out to the pictures, Joan? But as she's getting ready to go, a knock comes on the door. A bang, bang, Maxwell's silver hammer came down upon her head. A bang, bang, Maxwell's silver hammer made sure that she was dead. Back in school again, Maxwell plays a fool again. Teacher gets annoyed, wishing to avoid an unpleasant scene. She tells Max to stay when the class has gone away, so he awaits behind, writing 50 times, I must not be so. But when she turns her back on the boy, he creeps up from behind. A bang, bang, Maxwell's silver hammer came down upon her head. A bang, bang, Maxwell's silver hammer made sure that she was dead. Said we got a dirty one. Maxwell stands alone, painting testimonial pictures. A Rosanna Valerie screaming from the gallery, say he must go free. Judge does not agree, and he tells them so. But as the words are leaving his lips, a noise comes from behind. Bang, bang, Maxwell's silver hammer came down upon his head. Bang, bang, Maxwell's silver hammer made sure that he was dead. I believe it. I imagine that John did a lot of groaning about a lot of things. That was just sort of on brand. How you doing there, Anthony? Good to see you. This dude is literally one of the funniest, most sarcastic bastards I've ever met. Well, I haven't actually met him, but we've chatted online. And he's got a really, really great sense of humor, as long as you can handle him making fun of you. Okay, back to the solo collection. Let's see here. So this is one I kind of wanted to do today. This is always one of my favorite songs from the Wings era. Just getting some lyrics pulled up here. So anyway, you'll probably recognize this one. Someone's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing a bell. Someone's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing a bell. Do me a favor, open the door. Let 'em in, let 'em in. Sister Susie, Brother John, Martin Luther, Phil and Don, Brother Michael, Empty Gin, open the door, let 'em in. Oh yeah. Rum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Rum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Rum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Someone's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing a bell. Someone's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing a bell. Do me a favor, open the door, let 'em in. Oh yeah. Sister Susie, Brother John, Martin Luther, Phil and Don, Brother Michael, Empty Gin, open the door, let 'em in. Oh yeah, someone's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing a bell. Someone's knocking at the door. Somebody's ringing a bell. Do me a favor and open the door. Let 'em in. Yeah, let 'em in. Yeah. All right. Back to the Beatles. Saw this in the comments. This is one of my all-time favorite songs. This was a hit single for them. It wasn't on any album. Came out in 67. Late 67. This is Paul McCartney doing his best impression of Fats Domino. It goes like this. Lady Madonna, children at your feet. Wonder how you managed to make ends meet. Who finds the money when you pay the rent? Did you think the money was heaven sent? Friday night arrives without a suitcase. Sunday morning creeping like a nun. Monday's trying to learn to tie his bootlace. See how they run. Lady Madonna, baby as your breast. Wonder how you managed to feed the rain. See how they run. Lady Madonna, lying on the bed. Listen to the music playing in your head. Tuesday afternoon is never ending. Wednesday morning papers didn't come. Thursday night his stockings needed mending. See how they run. Well, Lady Madonna, children at your feast. Wonder how you managed to make ends meet. Gonna do another Beatles song. We got to catch up. We got a lot of Beatles requests here. This one's kind of a favorite of mine as well. They're all kind of favorites of mine. Paul's my favorite Beatle by like a mile. And I love the other Beatles, but Paul's my favorite by like a mile. Anyway, this is the title track off of that groundbreaking album I was talking about earlier. It was 20 years ago today. Sergeant Pepper taught the band to play. They were going in and out of style, with a guaranteed to raise a smile. Let me introduce to you the band over all these years, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. With Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, we hope you will enjoy the show. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, sit back and let the evening go. With Sergeant Pepper's Lonely, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. It's wonderful to be in, it's certainly a thrill. You're such a lovely audience, we'd like to tell home. Don't really want to stop the show, but I thought you might like to know that the singer's gonna sing a song. He wants you want to sing along. Let me introduce to you the one and only Billy Shears, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. With Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I hope you have enjoyed the show. With Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. We're sorry, but it's time to go. With Sergeant Pepper's Lonely, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely One-Love Band. We'd like to thank you once again. Sergeant Pepper's one and only Lonely Hearts Club Band. It's getting very near the end. Sergeant Pepper's Lonely, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely, Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Ha. All right. Let me do one quick little. It's good for relaxing the throat. Sounds ridiculous, but you'd be surprised how much good that can do your singing voice. Okay. You guys asked for this one. This is one of the hardest songs ever written to sing. Baby, I'm amazed at the way you love me all the time. Maybe I'm afraid of the way I love you. Baby, I'm amazed at the way you pull me out of time. You hung me on a line. Maybe I'm amazed at the way that I really need you. Maybe I'm a man, and I'm a lonely man who's in the middle of some band that he doesn't really understand. Maybe I'm a man, you're the David B. Love that song. The one I just played was another one he wrote for Linda. And that was off of his very first solo album, right after the Beatles split up. The album was called McCartney. And it's kind of an iconic song, considering that it wasn't really released as a single. I think they released a live version of it as a single many moons later when he was on tour with Wings. But it never charted all that high, to be honest with you. But it's kind of like, you know, out in the zeitgeist. It's one of those impact records that is so much bigger than where it ever lived on the Billboard charts. Now this one, talk about a gorgeous piece of music. This is off the Revolver album for the Beatles, and I still think this is one of the greatest melodies that has ever been written by anybody. To lead a better life, I need my love to be here, making each day of the year, changing my life with a wave of a hand. Nobody can deny that there's something there. Running my hands through her hair, both of us thinking how good it can be. Someone is speaking, but she doesn't know he's there. I want her everywhere, and if she's beside me, I know I need never care. But to love her is to need her everywhere, knowing that love is to share. Each one believing that love never dies, watching her eyes and hoping I'm always there. I want her everywhere. She's beside me, I know I need never care. But to love her is to lead her everywhere, knowing that love is to share. Each one believing that love never dies, watching her eyes and hoping I'm always there. I wanna hear and everywhere, here, there, and everywhere. All right, we're going to have a little fun with something that I probably will make a few mistakes on this one because I just kind of tried to learn it last night. But I felt like I couldn't do a Paul McCartney show and not at least try to include this. So, We'll see how this goes. This is the world premiere of me ever playing this, and I did exactly about 2 or 3 run-throughs last night, so this could be pretty ugly. But as you've seen today, it's not going to stop me from trying it, because what the hell. When you were young and your heart was an open book, you used to say, live and let live. You know you did, you know you did, you know you did. If this ever-changing world which we live in makes you give in and cry, say live and let die. Live and let die. What does it matter to you when you got a job to do? You gotta do it well. You gotta give the other fella hell. But if this ever-changing world in which we live in makes you give in and cry, say live and let die. Live and let die. Say live and let die. Let it die. Live and let die. Anyone who's ever seen Paul McCartney live knows there's explosions during that song. I don't quite have that kind of tech budget right now, but, you know, we're working on it. Okay. Many more Beatles songs up in your requests. The long and winding road that leads to your door will never disappear. I've seen that road before. It always leads me here, leads me to your door. The wild and windy nights that rain washed away has left a pool of tears, crying for the day. Why leave me standing here? Let me know the way. Many times I've been alone, many times I've cried. Anyway, you'll never know the many ways I've tried, but still they lead me back to the long and winding road. You left me standing here long, long time ago. Don't leave me waiting. Lead me to your door. Still they lead me back to the long and winding road. You left me standing here a long, long time ago. Don't keep me waiting here. Lead me to your door. When I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be. Let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. Although they may be parting, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. There will be an answer, let it let it be, let it be, let it be, yeah, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. When the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be. Won't you let it be, yeah, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Yeah, yeah, let it be. Won't you let it be, yeah, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Woo! Hey, Dave, Dawood, I actually, I've only seen him in person once, but I've watched like every official concert video 100 times, and I've watched, people's YouTube clips of him live a gazillion times. So I feel like I've seen him. I've kept in touch with what he's doing live over the years, for sure. But in person myself, just the one time so far. We'll see. Maybe I'll change that. Maybe I'll change that. Just checking a key here. This one is a request from Paul Jackson, and it's not purely a McCartney song, but he certainly had his thumbprints all over it. But it was a very pure collaboration between him and John. And I think he would be very comfortable having it included in a celebration of him, because his work with John was what defined his whole career. I read the news today, oh boy, about a lucky man who made the grade. And though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh. I saw the photograph. He blew his mind out in a car. He didn't notice that the lights had changed. A crowd of people stood and stared. They'd seen his face before. Nobody was really sure if he was from the House of Lords. I saw a film today, oh boy. The English army had just won the war. A crowd of people turned away, but I just had to look, having read the book, I'd love to turn you on. Woke up, fell out of bed, dragged a comb across my head. I found a way downstairs and drank a cup. Looking up, I noticed I was late. Found my coat, grabbed my hat, made the bus seconds flat. On my way upstairs and had a smoke, and everybody spoke, and I went into a dream. And then I did that in the wrong key, but probably it's like, I read the news today, oh boy, sorry guys, 4,000 holes in Blackburn, Lancashire, and though the holes were rather small, they had to count them all. Now they know how many holes it takes to fill the air, but oh, I'd love to turn you on. Close as I can do on that one. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you, why am I doing it there? That's not the right key. Actually, that is the right key, and I can't sing it in the right key. I was like, God, that feels high. Hey, Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better. Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You were made to go out and get her. The minute you let her under your skin, then you begin to make it better. And anytime you feel the pain, hey, Hey Jude, don't be afraid. You were made to go out and get her. Remember to let her into your heart. Then you can start to make it better. So let it out and let it in. Hey Jude, begin. You're waiting for someone to perform with. Don't you know that it's just you? Hey Jude, you'll do the movement you need is on your shoulders. Na 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 na. Hey Jude, don't make it bad. Take a sad song and make it better. Remember to let her under your skin. Then you begin to make it better, 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 better. Wow! Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. Everybody help me out. Na na na. Sing it home. Even if it's just in your mind. Na 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 na. Hey Jude. I can hear you in my mind and you sound so good. I can hear you singing out, yeah, like I knew you would. Help me sing it now, now. Na 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 na. Hey Jude, can you write it in the comments? Yeah, say na 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 na. Hey Jude. Na 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 na. It would be criminal to not include this one. Before we go, one of the most successful songs of all time. Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away, and now it looks as though they're here to stay. Oh, I believe in yesterday. Suddenly, I'm not half the man I used to be, and there's a shadow hanging over me. Oh, yesterday came suddenly. Why she had to go, I don't know. She wouldn't say. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. Now I need a place to hide away. Oh, I believe in yesterday. I said something wrong. Now I long for yesterday. Yesterday, love was such an easy game to play. And now I need a place to hide away. I believe in yesterday. Okay. Thanks for being with me today. We'll close with my favorite of all Paul McCartney compositions, the Golden Slumbers medley at the end of Abbey Road. Once there was a way to getting back homeward. Once there was a way to getting back home. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry. I will sing the lullaby. Golden slumbers fill your eyes. Smiles awake you when you rise. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry. And I'll I will sing a lullaby. Once there was a way to get back homeward. Once there was a way to get back home. Sleep, pretty darling, do not cry, and I will sing a lullaby. Boy, you're gonna carry that weight a long time. Boy, you're gonna carry that weight a long time. I never gave you my pillow. I'd only send you my invitation. And in the middle of the celebration, I break down. Boy, you're gonna carry that weight a long time. Boy, you're gonna carry that weight a long time. Two, three, four, 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah! All right! Boy, you're gonna be in my dreams tonight. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. And in the end, the love you take is equal to the love you make. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, thanks, guys. This is certainly a sloppier show than when I do Billy Joel and Elton John. I can't know everybody's music as well as theirs, but I do love Paul, and I enjoyed being able to focus on him for a couple hours like this. Thanks for stopping by and giving me an excuse to do it. If you're a musician, remember, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. And everybody else, until I see you tomorrow for my regular Sunday variety stream, give as much love as you can to as many people as you can, as often as you can, guys. Leave it all in the field. Don't have any regrets. Take care. Peace and love and all that good jazz that the Beatles stood for.